Hi, I'm Matt, here in Michigan.
And I'm Randall here in Texas. Today, Matt and I are taking a look at a new film from Amazon Prime Video Original 2021's Bliss. It stars Salma Hayek, Owen Wilson, Nesta Cooper, and is written and directed by Mike Cahill, who also wrote and directed Another Earth. Now, before we go any further, make sure that if you like these kinds of videos, you give this video a like, and if you want to see more, you subscribe and ring that bell icon if you always want to know when we're uploading new content.
Now, in Bliss, a man named Greg is close to reaching rock bottom when he finds a woman named Isabel who convinces him that the world that they live in is actually a computer simulation. Bliss has received mostly negative reviews from critics and only slightly better reviews from audiences. All right, Randall, we don't really have information on budget and stuff yet since this is an Amazon movie. What did you think about Bliss?
I don't dislike Bliss. I thought Bliss was okay. I was a little bit shocked, and our audience probably knows we don't look at reviews before we watch movies because that'd be tainting us. But I was literally shocked when I saw how low the critical response to this film was. Is it a fantastically great movie? No. But is it 28% on Rotten Tomatoes bad? I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm right there with you on that one. This is one of those movies I'm like, yeah, it's okay. We get some good performances from our actors. This movie has some decent insights on mental health and in substance abuse. Generally, I just thought this was an okay film. But yeah, I don't know what the such negative thing is. Maybe it's because, we're reviewing this right after it came out. Maybe the reviews still need to come in a little bit more before we get a full picture of this whole film.
Again, I think I lean much more towards the positives than the negatives. I can see maybe if someone's complaining that there's too many themes and that they need to figure out what they want to make their main point, because like you said, there's definitely overtures for potential mental illness, overtures for drug abuse, but there's also this overture for maybe we should just be more appreciative of what we have because it could always be worse. And it's kind of just a jumble of all of this stuff going on. So there's not just this one theme for you to latch onto as the audience. There's a lot of different stuff that could be going on.
It's hard to determine what's real, what's not real in this movie, and that's by design. But at the same time, too, if you're someone that's looking for definitive answers and stuff, I don't know this movie gives that to you. There's some hints on what could be real, what not real. Maybe nothing is real in this film. Who knows, kind of thing. But if you're some person that's like, no, I want a definitive thing, I need to know what is what, kind of thing, then maybe this movie might detract you a little bit.
Like you said, it's by design. You are supposed to be left questioning at the end of this film. And not every film works like that, but I think because you know at the end of this that was the intention, I'm okay with it. They made it very clear from the get-go that there's something weird. It's not like they take you through a Shutter Island, where you're thinking that Leonardo DiCaprio's character is an investigator and then at the end it breaks to something real. This does not do that. They make it clear from the very start something's weird and something's wrong. And if you set out to make me question what's real and what's not real in this film, then that's a success. I think that's part of what they were going for.
One thing I do like about this movie that goes the different elements, I do like how we have kind of color change, or basically how the part of the film kind of like a darker set of whatever, visually, and then other parts are brighter and stuff, which kind of can go on between different worlds to differentiate them, but also could also kind of differentiate a person's state of mind at the time that these events are happening and stuff. So that's another element that I think is really good. So if you haven't seen that yet or plan on watching it, be sure to look for that.
So I also have a theory about this film. This is taking place in a rehab center, a futuristic rehab center, where they're allowing people to enter into, potentially fake worlds to help with their rehabilitation. Although I'm not sure I can still maintain that theory, I can tell you that I don't feel like I was very far off either.
And that's the thing too. It's kind of, it makes you question what's real, what's really going on, because you can look at it at either side. You can see how you could go into like one world, or how we're actually in another world kind of thing, or maybe neither of these worlds. Maybe there's a third world or whatever that we don't see in this.
I got a whole bunch of feelings that this was almost like Hancock and Shutter's Island and Inception, like all of those movies kind of together, where Selma Hayek's character is like the superhero for Hancock that he's always attracted to and he can't get away from. Shutter Island, I already mentioned, where it's like, okay, is he going through some mental health issues and are they exploring that? And then Inception of like, okay, what was real? Are we still real? Are we in the real world? And I'm like, all of those movies are pretty well received, but not this one, and I don't understand why.
One thing is interesting, kind of looking at the actors. This movie does a good job, focusing on Owen Wilson's character. Basically the world that we're seeing and stuff is basically how he views the world or worlds as we're going through this movie. But really, the standout for me is definitely Selma Hayek, especially considering that she's almost playing like two characters in this film, and I think she does a really good job at both. So I really enjoyed, her character in this movie a lot.
And when she transitions between those two, it's night and day, man. It's like, okay, this is the same actress, playing two characters in the same movie, basically. It is so well done, really. Owen Wilson is just wow the entire time,
Oh, wow.
But
wow, 7 projects. Wow. Wow. Wow.
But at the same time, like he does a very good job as slightly aloof, slightly enamored, which is one of the things that he's good at doing. Midnight in Paris, for example. I would say that the other character that we pointed out, Nesta, her character is an interesting character too, because she is kind of like key in whether or not you want to believe in this world or that world, or is it fake, is it not fake, what's real. Like without her, it's left up to less interpretation, but because of her character, there's actually way more questions than answers.
Yeah, I don't think this movie works without her character. She definitely holds this whole film like together, the two worlds and stuff together. I think it's funny that you mentioned Midnight in Paris on Owen Wilson. That's exactly what I thought too. I'm like, this kind of seems like Owen Wilson's character in Midnight in Paris, which I did like that movie too.
Another really well done film, but not this one. Sometimes I just can't get around critics, okay?
Yeah, I definitely think this is a decent movie. I wouldn't call this like a great movie kind of thing. It's an okay average movie, and I think that's kind of more in line. Like I said, maybe down the road we'll see those reviews or whatever kind of come up a little bit for this film. But yeah, generally, yeah, I think this is an average film. A decent film to watch and check out.
Thanks for watching this video. If you guys want to see more videos, we have a whole bunch of this content on our YouTube channel. We also have a Facebook page where we post the day before what we're going to be posting next. We post new videos every Monday and Thursday. For now, I'm Randall here in Texas. See everyone in the next time.
I'm Matt here in Michigan. Have a good day. Next time on No Market Media. Please consider checking out some of our other videos.